You know, it's kind of wild that Wall-E never got a sequel. When you look at Pixar's track record, they've gone back to pretty much every one of their big hits. Toy Story got multiple sequels, Cars turned into a full-blown trilogy with spin-offs, even Monsters, Inc. got a prequel, but Wall-E, despite being one of their most beloved and unique films, still stands alone. And that's always made me curious. Why didn't Pixar go back to it? Why no Wall-E 2? Let's rewind a bit. Wall-E came out in 2008 and it was an instant classic. The story followed this lonely little robot left on a deserted Earth, spending his days cleaning up the planet and collecting little treasures. For years he's been alone, with nothing but an old VHS tape of Hello Dolly and a cockroach for company. Then Eve shows up, a sleek and mysterious probe sent to check for signs of life. What follows is a beautiful, almost wordless love story that somehow also turns into a giant sci-fi adventure across space. And through it all, the movie tackles huge themes like environmental destruction, human laziness, corporate greed, and loneliness, all wrapped up in the story of a trash compacting robot. It was bold, it was different, and it worked. The film made over $500 million at the box office, won the Academy Award for Best Animated Feature, and was even nominated for Best Original Screenplay, which is pretty rare for an animated film. Fans adored it, critics praised it. It's still considered one of Pixar's most artistic and meaningful movies, so naturally, a lot of people figured a sequel would be on the horizon, but it never came. And according to Pixar's president Jim Morris, that was a conscious decision. He said they had thought about a sequel, but felt the story was complete. In his words, Wall-E was really a love story that had its beginning, middle, and end. They just didn't think there was another story that could live up to that or justify continuing the universe. And honestly, I kind of respect that, because here's the thing, not every great movie needs a follow-up. Sometimes the best thing a story can do is leave a lasting impression and then walk away. Wall-E ends on a hopeful note. Humanity returns to Earth. The robots start helping rebuild. Wall-E and Eve get their happy ending. It feels complete. There's something powerful about that kind of closure, especially in a movie that was so simple and intimate at its core. That said, sure, there are ways you could expand the story. You could show how humans struggle to adapt to life on Earth again. You could explore how society rebuilds, what challenges come next, and how technology fits into the new world. You could follow Eve and Wall-E as they face new threats or adventures, but would any of that really feel as special as the original? Would it be as heartfelt or as fresh, or would it just feel like Pixar trying to cash in on something that was already perfect as it was? Lately, Pixar's been in a weird spot. Some of their more recent original movies didn't perform as well as expected, at least at the box office. And now with Inside Out 2 looking like it might bring back that old magic, people are wondering if Pixar might start leaning into more sequels again. If that happens, a Wall-E sequel could absolutely be on the table, but I really hope they think hard before going there, because Wall-E was never about action or world building. It wasn't about setting up a franchise or building a big universe. It was about one little robot who just wanted to connect. The silence of the first half, the gentle pacing, the focus on character over plot, all of that made the film special. Trying to repeat that formula might only take away from what made it unique in the first place. In the end, Wall-E stands out because it dared to be different. It was quiet, thoughtful, emotional, and visually stunning. It told a complete story without needing to explain every detail, and maybe that's why it still resonates so deeply with people today. So yeah, part of me would love to see more of that world, but a bigger part of me is glad Pixar left it alone. Sometimes the best sequels are the ones that never get made.